Alright, hello. Give me just 1 second. Here we are. It took quite a lot of doing to get everything working properly. I realize I'm actually a bit faded out and in the dark right now, but give that just 1 second. I should be a bit brighter.
Perhaps you
Forgot the cutscene just started immediately after pressing new game. That's fine.
Forgotten land.
Most of the people who are regulars to my stream saw the opening cutscene last time I tried to play this. So, probably not going to be too much of a bother if they miss it.
A place where souls may mend your ailing mind.
Oh, and I am levitating slightly off of the bottom of the screen for a reason. So don't worry about that either.
You will lose everything. Once branded. The symbol of the curse. An augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light.
I remember one of the selling points for the lore of this game is that it was going to delve more into
will have meaning,
what the curse
you won't
meant.
Even care. By then, you'll
But it sort
be
of just
something
didn't.
other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow.
It ended up just being an exploration of what happens with the curse, not why the curse happens.
In a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why.
One of the big advantages that I have with this is that I will be able to use a controller to play a Dark Souls game finally. Instead of struggling through on mouse and keyboard controls. I'm going to have to get used to it now. I haven't used a controller to play a Dark Souls game in a while. I wonder why they chose to focus on fireflies so much during the opening cutscenes here. Also looks like the game sounds a bit loud. Drop that down a little bit. But yeah, fireflies... Oh, hello, Pyromancer. Yeah, that's good timing on your part. I've just been going through the opening cutscene. As far as I can tell, it looks like there's no stuttering or anything going on. But it is the cinematic, which I believe was fine in the original too. But I did test it out a little bit. So I think it should work. I'm just going through the opening cutscene, giving people some time.
For that is your fate. The fate of the cursed.
Yeah, but I was saying, I wonder why they decided to focus so much on fireflies in this opening cinematic. They are a little bit lore relevant to the, like, actual main game of Dark Souls 2, but it's just such a vague, minor way that they are important. It's a bit odd. Yeah, this is now in-game footage, and it looks like it's running smoothly. So this is, I took the advice, and I am running on PS4, and I am streaming the game to my PC. Oh, I'm actually still... I went out of the way to make myself levitate a little bit, but I'm still too low down. No. I just want the soul counter to be visible. I originally wanted to have it so that, my body would continue from underneath the soul counter, because I think that would look amusing. But as far as I can tell, that's not really physically possible, so just have to deal with floating torso. Actually, wait a second. Let me resize. There we go. So that my body is directly over the soul counter, and it looks slightly less awkward. There we go. Now that's quality content. Also, hello, Refax. So yeah, actually, in order to get everything working properly, the way I have it, yeah. So I got a HDMI into USB converter, and then that created a video capture that OBS can detect and record. But there was no way that I could figure out how to properly, like, view the game myself, unless it was through OBS's preview. But what I discovered was that if I created a separate scene and only had the PS4 capture on that scene, and then I opened the studio mode on OBS, I could full screen the preview that only has the PS4 running, so I don't have to worry about myself blocking my own screen. And that's how smart I am. Also, there's these weird little feral dog, goblin, gremlin things. This is literally the only place in the entire game that they exist. They're mostly on hostile. Hello, Mitzbun. Thank you for that raid. Thank you very much for that raid. I am just now starting Dark Souls 2. So I hope you're ready for a character creation session. Oh, wait, no, that's not an L. No, that is an L. Zelrone _ thank you, as well as Shy Tiefling.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Come in.
Very nice. Glad to have you, Mitz. I did notice you were streaming just as I started my own stream. I so often forget to check Twitch whenever I'm in the early mornings. I would have come by to watch if I had realized you were still streaming.
They all end up here.
Uh,
All the ones like
Instead, just before this stream started, I was watching the first episode of Odd Taxi. Very good. Very good.
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them. Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls.
Very gracious of
Oh, Mitz, thank you for the resubscription.
This is the fate of the curse.
Oh, that's a 9 months. Yes, 9 months as well.
What is your name?
I was just gonna go simple. Name it after myself. Right. Oh, no. I need to remember all of the buttons on PS4. I've not actually booted up my PS4 in literal months. There we go. so these... This, I should probably also mention for all of Mitz's viewers, this is my first time with, Dark Souls 2. I'm just playing all of the Souls games in preparation for the release of Elden Ring.
Think it's supposed to be.
Now in February. It was originally in January, so I'm gonna have to draw out a couple of streams, maybe put another, game or two in between them. Okay. Class and gift. Class. What do I want to play as this time around? I was definitely thinking of, like, polling people to see what type of character I should play. Because in... what was it? In Dark Souls 1, I very specifically ran to get the Zweihander first thing in the game, and I never put it down. I was wondering if anyone was curious to see some other playstyles. I have definitely not... I don't think I've ever even used a Dex playstyle in my own free time. I could do that. I could play Explorer, the amusing class. It starts with a terrible, terrible weapon. However, they get a free Pharos Lockstone. And also they just have the funniest outfit. I'm thinking I might try Explorer. It'll let me branch out a lot easier into many other paths. So, yeah, let's just soft choose Explorer so that I can branch out. Always take the petrified something. I don't make the rules, it's mandatory. Gender is fine, build is fine, physique is, I'll stay soft boy physique. Yeah. Things actually start to look really weird if you change your body size. Because the armor just sort of stretches and molds around your body. I find it's generally a lot better just to have, you know, the standard build that they give you. Let's see. Ace. They have far fewer homelands to choose from in this game. In Dark Souls 1, how many were there? Like 8 or something like that. But homeland is just like base settings. Let's see. Oh my. There's no hairstyles in this game. Forgot about that. I guess this is the closest to my hairstyle. A bit long in the back, though. Hair color. This should be able to fix it. Just straight to black. There's a bit of blue in there. Just... that's too much blue. Here, if I want to go full theming, I'll put in a little bit of red, too, so that it's purplish. Eyebrows. My eyebrows look like... Oh, this would have been a wonderful time to have myself on my own screen. Sort of like this, right? Can't tell. My face is so small on the display on my end. That's probably the best I'm going to get. Alright. Let's just stay with standard black on that one, though. Eye color. Don't believe I can change sclera, so I'll just have to make do with what I have. A little bit more green. Much more blue. Much more orange than yellow. You get orange out of this. Less red? No, that's fading into a different color entirely. Oh, that's starting to look orange. Bit more blue? No. Alright, that's probably the best I can do. Beard, none.
Come in.
SCP-001 Gate Guardian. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, no beard. No beard color. Alright, Good night, Mitts. Rest well, rest well. Penelope, hello, hello. Oh, can I? No, I don't. I was going to see if I could finagle a horn on the side of my head. But it doesn't seem like that's going to do much. Alright, advanced. I'm not going to muddle with shape or anything too much, because that's just a bit too much for me. Although I am going to see if I can get the skin color into, like, an actual green. I guess bump up the pale, increase bright. Ooh, blue. Yellow. There we go. Alright, blue and yellow all the way up, then. Darken it? Nope. Well, I mean, I suppose I'll turn green anyways once I start to... Oh, there's actually a green slider. Alright. Well, then I can probably darken it, then. There we go. Alright, I've almost got skin color. Let's just increase the pale a little bit. It's slightly different. It's looking a bit more Shrek-toned than I'd like. Let's see. Maybe drop the yellow. The more bluish green than yellow green. Alright. Well, that's probably the best I'm going to get. Let's see, are there any specifics that I can change? Probably not, really. Oh, what a weak chin. Okay, I need to fix his chin. Jaw. I am doing well. Doing quite well. Things are fortunately working quite alright. Wait, what? Is it already? I just don't want him to have a chin that's so far back. I don't like it. I'm probably going to be wearing a helmet fairly constantly, though. Size? Is that going to do anything? It brings it down a bit more. Height? No. Undo. Undo that. Outline. The difference there. No. Probably better when it was thinner. Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll just have to deal with the fact that his chin's far back. That's fine. And that's all I really need. Alright. Yes, I am true to myself.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse. You're no different, I should think.
The real question is, do I go and try and get the stone ring?
You never know.
And I think the answer is no, because I chose the Explorer as my starting class. And I would have to be a fool to try that. Yeah, I'm definitely not planning on fighting an ogre with a dagger.
But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You'll lose your souls. All of them.
That line has always been very amusing to me. Don't lose your souls. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You'll lose your souls. It's like, You lied to me for a grand total of 1 second. You can keep it going a bit longer than that. Alright. Here we go. First things first, I'm definitely going to want to get some better armor soon. Because right now, I am unprotected. Also, I've got a big bird on my shoulder. Never noticed that before. Alright. I'm wondering how I should go about determining what build I do actually go with in the long run. I'm just not a big fan of the weird monocle that it's got. Just there. Alright. I'm probably just gonna run past all this early game. Oh wait, no. I need to do one of it so that I can get over to... What's the crow in this game called? Is it Snuggly in this game? Snuggly the crow? Something to that effect. Yeah, this is just the tutorial area that teaches you that Dark Souls would like no more than to kill you dead at every turn. But yeah, so there's one ogre over there. I would have to fight one of those things if I wanted to get a ring that exists in this game that's decently good. It's called the Stone Ring. Yeah, also these are just tutorial messages. And amusingly enough, they're also breakable. So if you break the tutorial message, you can't learn from it anymore until you go rest at a bonfire and it comes back. Which I think is hilarious. Oh, did I actually get hit by that? Yeah. Yes, ogres in this game, not very much like the ones that are familiar to the general viewing public from, you know, movie franchise. You know, okay, yeah, the arrows are just doing absolutely no damage to me. That's fine. Oh, I start with 20 life gems. That's not bad. I really hope that this is Snuggly. Yep, there we go. Oh, wait, I think there's actually 2 crows in this game. Come on, talk again. Give us smooth. Yes, give us silky. Alright, let me just climb down and climb back up. Go down. I forgot that they 100% of the time change the controls for ladders in every single game.
You, give us smooth. Yes, you, give us silky.
I really like all of the crows in the Dark Souls games. They're delightful. Alright. But the reason that you take petrified something is because you drop it in this nest.
Yeah, so nice, so smooth.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, silky smooth.
And then they turn it into... No, let me just pick up the item. Twinkling Tightening, okay. Sometimes they give you a really nice weapon out of it. Oh, hey, look, a basilisk. Yes, you can get a really nice weapon out of that, depending on, you know, random chance. It's mainly... What are they? Referential weapons from Dark Souls 1. Also, there's a, what is it? Sort of a fandom thing where people will just come back here later in the game with weapons that can kill themselves and just die in this area. Because it's funny. This is just a weirdly wide open patch of area in this tunnel out of the tutorial. Yes. Majula, despite Dark Souls 2 very famously being the least popular of the Souls titles, Majula is my favorite hub, by far. And it has the best music. I think possibly in all of Dark Souls, in my opinion. It's just a nice place. But for now, let's go talk to Bear Seek Seeklest. Level design, boss design, sort of weird gameplay choices. It's got a, like, weird melange of problems. It just sort of didn't live up to the expectations set by Dark Souls 1. It's also helmed by a different director, and a slightly different team than Dark Souls 1. Although I was watching a couple of videos on Dark Souls 2, and they point out a lot of very interesting facets, in that this game shares quite a lot of staff similarities and gameplay decisions as the Kingsfield games. So it's the most Kingsfield-like Dark Souls game.
Are you the next monarch?
But for now, let's just listen to the Emerald Herald.
Or merely a pawn of fate? Bearer of the curse. I will remain
Wanna get a
by
good
your side
shot.
till this frail hope shatters.
Just keep
Take
talking.
this with you. May it ease your journey. Go on and see the king. He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of
I mean,
the
she's wearing green.
King Vendrick.
Also, hello, G-Sock. Hello there.
Bearer of the curse, seek misery. For misery will lead you to greater, stronger souls. You will never meet the king with a soul so frail and pallid.
Oh, it's just talking bad about my soul.
Seek those whose names are unutterable.
Oh, seek bear, seek lest. Bear, seek.
Their souls will serve as beacons. Once you have found them, return here to me,
So,
so that hope will not fade away.
I've just been talking over her dialogue because I know the premise of the game. But basically what she said is there's a bunch of powerful souls, and I need to go gather those souls so that I can become more powerful, and then I'll be able to go talk to the King of Drangleic. Drangleic being the kingdom that we are located within.
Curse.
Oh, here it is. Bear of the Cursed. Seek souls. Larger, more powerful souls. Seek the king. That is the only way.
Lest this land swallow you whole.
And there we go. Bear seek lest. And those are the only words you will probably hear out of the Emerald Herald for the rest of the game, is Bear seek lest. Right, and I cannot level up at her. Alright, so, first thing is that this game is brutal and gives you a single Estus flask because it hates you. And also, let's just take off all of these extraneous items. Thanks for giving me all these starting goods. I really just wanted the Ferrous Lockstone. And maybe these extra life gems. Those are pretty nice. The other stuff's pretty extraneous. But first thing you want to do when playing Dark Souls 2, hit this rock. Gives you an Estus Flask shard. I'm really glad that stayed the same because I have played Scholar of the First Sin Edition maybe once, and I know a whole bunch of stuff changed. I feel like a lot of people do refer to her as the Herald.
Bearer of the curse.
I didn't even let her say lest. Or a lot of the other things. Alright, I wanted her to upgrade my flask. Yeah. She wears a whole bunch of green. Yeah, the cape is dark green, and it's light green on the inside, and also all of her clothes are green. And she's got a red sash. Alright. Let's just go talk to all the NPCs before I actually get started on the main game.
Who are you?
He's green.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Just help me open this door.
He's a green friend.
I packed my tools in here, seeing it was vacant. But now somebody's gone and locked the door.
Blacksmiths in these games are generally pretty amicable.
I'm a blacksmith. I'm nothing without my tools. Bring me that key. Chop chop. I'm a blacksmith.
Okay. But his key is far away and it costs a couple souls, so I'm not gonna see much out of him. Actually, wait a second. What are the stat requirements for the dagger? There is... What is it? Her name is Xiaoqua, I believe. Sweet Xiaoqua. Alright. What's my dexterity? My bitrate? Same as always. Probably around... But I think I leave it at like 1200, something like that. Oh, my dexterity is only 6, okay. Yeah, okay. Can never remember what the power stance requirements are. This guy has a really interesting story.
Hello there.
We'll talk to Sweet Xiaoqua in a second.
Welcome to my shop. I'm Morlin, and well, I sell armor. Oh, sorry, Please do have a look at my wares. I could really use the business. If you'd be so kind.
Yeah, there's not much I can do about that, I'm afraid. Like, this is roughly the highest that I can have, you know, my bitrate set at with the current internet. Although, very, very fortunately, the master of the house has agreed to upgrade the internet. So I should be getting better internet sometime in the future. The order has already been placed.
I do hope I see you again.
Allin's such a polite boy. I'm gonna rob him real quickly, though. So hopefully I'll be able to stream at higher quality. I remember that being a bow. Oh wait, no, it's the bow is in the blacksmith's house. Thank you for your Titanite shard, friend. I shan't be returning it. This door up here is locked, if I'm remembering correctly. Sure is. And this door here leads to everyone's favorite, the cat.
Oh, undead are we? And one without much time remaining. Just about ready to fall apart, I'd say. Not exactly the time to be chatting with a cat. Well, suit yourself. Oh yes, you may call me Xiaoqua. Enchanté. So, what did you want anyway? Ooh, you smell wonderful.
Yes, Xiaoqua is interesting. She's a lot smarter than basically... Well, not... She is a lot smarter, but it's mainly just that she is far more knowledgeable about this world than any of the other NPCs seem to be. Perhaps barring the Emerald Herald or... What's the... Alva? Who's the scholar of the first sin? I forget his name. Yes. She is definitely one of the more intelligent characters. And I will need to buy the silver cat ring from her at some point. But that is for another time.
Nothing suited you, I presume?
I know, it was all too expensive. Also, I did actually want to talk to her instead.
Oh. No, I'm not serious. You do have a rather pleasant scent. The type I'm quite fond of.
Alright. Let's get some interesting dialogue out of her.
Everything will crumble and waste away so that something new may be born. Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, Shelquar is a bit
This place
odd.
is fascinating. We receive only the most peculiar visitors. Folk like yourself.
Like yourself.
It's enough to keep even a cat amused. Are you going to see the old ones?
There we go. Yeah, she has knowledge of 4 ancient souls that it seems like nobody should know about. That she just inexplicably knows about the 4 ancient souls.
No one even knows their names anymore. Imagine that. Yes, nothing like yourself. For you have a most pleasant scent that grows nicer with each passing day. Have you made friends with the man by
Oh,
the
right,
sea?
I forgot about him.
He's lost everything. Absolutely
It's one of my
everything.
favorite facets of this franchise, the
only thing
Crestfallen
missing
Warrior.
Now is a few tidbits on covenants. Covenants are a type of, well,
Yeah.
contract, you might say.
I don't think there's as many quest lines in this game that
That's the way he
you need to
like it,
not
right?
complete in order for the NPC to survive.
Might be just the thing you need.
Um,
But what does a cat know?
yeah, so I don't think there's actually any danger of this Crestfallen Warrior dying on his own.
Do you see that odd
So that's
formed rock
nice.
behind here?
Oh right, the
Long
Champion's
ago,
Stone,
they
or
called
Victor's
it
Stone.
Victor's Stone, as I recall.
I'm not going to be doing anything with Victor's Stone.
If you wish to face greater challenges, speak to the rock.
That's an absolute death wish. I'd like to
But
actually complete
you'd
this
just as
game.
well not. This place is already
Right.
is
He's repeating dialogue.
nothing suit.
Sorry. I'll be back in a bit. But yeah, Victor's Stone is up that path there. I guess I could go look at it in a little bit. But for now, I'm gonna go up to the monument. This monument is amusing. This is how many people have died in this game. There's no commas in there, so I can't really parse it out easily. 378 million. There we go. That's probably just on PS4, too.
You're undead, aren't you?
Hello, Crestfallen Warrior.
A distinct scent. The smell of irreversible fate.
I have no idea what that could possibly smell like.
This is Majula. It is a kind of settlement. A place where life is almost normal. And in Drang Lake these days, there are very few places.
I'm
like
trying to
that.
figure out where I'd like to go to first. What would be an interesting order, actually? Since this game does tend to funnel you down a very specific path first.
I am Solden. And like you, I lost everything. And
Oh, this
now
Crestfallen
I'm
Warrior
here.
actually has a name.
You probably heard that it was possible to break the curse here. Well, that's not true at all. There's nothing here for you, me, or anybody. Do you know much about souls?
I mean, we are undead, so there's probably
Even I'm not
a faint
certain
waft of
about
rot surrounding our character.
I'm told that the soul is the essence of life itself. Anything living sentient or no, supposedly has one. What we call the curse is traceable to the soul. Do you see what that means? To be alive, to walk this earth. That's the real curse, right there. We undead will never die. And that's quite a predicament, really.
So one of the interesting things in this world is that humans technically aren't supposed to have souls at all.
There are 4 beings.
They're supposed to have humanity,
with giant souls.
which takes the place of souls.
And wherever you go from here,
Oh, he does know about the 4 great ones. Okay, never mind. Maybe Shalquar isn't as intelligent as I thought.
Powerful soul and a terrible curse.
Maybe I just forget to talk to this guy.
If that frightens you, then you ought to just give up right now. Like I have. Do you ever cry out for help? The journey of
I think when you
undead is
collect the souls of the Great Ones and go to Shalquar, she has something to say about them, but I don't remember.
At every turn. If you need help, why not proclaim faith in the Blue Sentinels? When you face danger, the Blue Sentinels will come to your aid. Protection is yours, if you wish.
I woke up very early today, and it is
Kind embrace.
not being kind to me. I'll join Way of the Blue. Cry for help.
That is a wise decision.
That just means that,
People are
helpful invaders will come by
Blue
in the
Sentinels
case that I get
watch
invaded.
over us in
Maybe.
their benevolence.
I don't know how
The Sentinels
active the,
cradle you in their embrace.
PS4 Dark Souls 2 community is.
Do you feel
There's
lonely
plenty of
here?
phantoms around, though, so...
It suits me just fine, as I've nothing left anyway.
Yeah, like I said, woke up early,
It will grow on
not feeling great about it.
Give it some time.
Welcome!
May you find peace.
Yeah, that's great, buddy. Alright. Deciding where to go is pretty difficult. I guess I'll just go to the Forest of Fallen Giants. It's where you're supposed to go first thing in this game, so... not much else to do about it, I guess. Yeah, so... no, there's an item ahead. Let me open the chest. You'll probably notice that in this game, chests look different. And there's a new method of telling whether or not they're a mimic. But also, it's pretty easy to just hit them to test. However, there are wooden chests in this game, and if you hit them too many times, they will break and destroy the item that was inside. Which is annoying at best. But you only have to hit once to test, and they break in, I think, 3 hits, something like that. By the way, jumping to get that item is 100% unnecessary. And also, I'm going to be very careful here. Because I'd like to have as few deaths as possible in this game. That would be wonderful. But you can just book a U-turn here and head back up the river. And would you look at that, free item. Oh, hello. I'd like a better weapon. That would be wonderful. I don't even have a shield right now. But there's another ogre. They really multiplied the number of ogres in Scholar of the First Sin Edition. but very important first thing to do is run across this way. Yeah. It's pretty easy to die here. Especially if you're new. I'd even go for a better dagger. I'd be fine with that. Enemy ahead, then enemy ahead, yeah. Yeah, the general deal with Dark Souls 2 is... Boy, there sure are a lot of just enemies everywhere. Can I? Oh, I can parry. Alright, I forgot the universal parry system in this game. Maybe I should do that more often. Abuse parrying. Oh, he looked like he just warped there for a second. Alright, come on over. Let's see if I can get another parry. It's practice time. Nope. Okay. I'll just kill you the normal way then. I don't actually have a proper parrying shield or weapon or anything of that nature, so... Oh, I got stuck. Also, the arrows in this game move at a comically slow speed. It's always hilarious just to... Alright. Watch how slow that arrow moves. Oh. Whoops. Oops, I dodged it. Oh, hello. I'm gonna take out the archer first, I hope you don't mind. Oh, hey, an axeman. Alright, let's get a bit further away from this situation. I wonder if I have motion blur turned on or something. That might be contributing to the mild headache that I'm getting. Right. Nope, I tried to parry that. Ooh, and I have absolutely 0% poise. Good to know. I sure wish I had a better weapon than a literal dagger. I can't even hit both of them with many of my attacks. Ow. Stop it. Alright. This is getting out of hand. Now there's 3 of them. Alright. I'm just gonna move on to the next area. I feel pretty comfortable calling this a lost cause, fighting 3 enemies with a literal dagger. Bye, friends. I won't miss you. Alright. Now this is more manageable, but also unmanageable. There's too many of them up there. Time to climb. Oh, right, I forgot. This game's pretty tricksy. Oh, wow. Indeed. Alright, wait a second. I can just go back down the ladder. This is a perfect strategy. An absolute bottleneck. Ow. Perfect. I know how to abuse this game. Alright, I'd really like something other than a dagger, please. That would be just perfect. Okay. Wait a second. I need to... Not what I meant to do. Alright, is there... Alright, camera auto adjust. Ah. Cinematic effect? I don't even know what that means. Alright. Is there no... Oh, screen options. Nope. Right, I remember. I looked through all of that information earlier. There's no way to do much of anything in the settings of this game. Alright. Well, hopefully the weird sort of effects of this game don't cause me to die. Ah, he did not take very much fall damage, did he? That's irritating. Ba, ba, ba. Okay. Oh. I'm really going to enjoy having a dedicated jump button. Oh, and a short sword, too. Perfect. Oh, never mind. I forgot. I'm terrible at literally everything because I started out as an explorer for some reason. Who thought that was a good idea? Yeah, you take a very significantly amplified amount of fall damage in this game. Substantially more fall damage than in Dark Souls 1. And I don't know how noticeable it was, but there is an area in Majula that was a hole in the ground. Called a well. There's no way to draw anything up from it, so I wouldn't call it a well, that's for sure. But a lot of Dark Souls 1 veterans just constantly fell down that hole because they thought they would survive it, because they were used to the level of fall damage that's in Dark Souls 1. But in 2, it is significantly more. So yeah. If you don't knock him down or kill him before you start exploring down in this bottom area, he will be throwing firebombs at you 100% of the time, and it is unmanageable. Yes, that is why you need the cat ring. There is another way to get down there without doing the falling jumping thing. The cat ring's not technically 100% necessary. But it helps. And it doesn't cost less either, so, you know. I don't know why I constantly forget that backstabs exist when I play these games on stream. Oh, a foot soldier shield. This is actually a weapon that's good for parrying. But it's a lot easier to just get backstabs on these enemies, so I'll save that for later. 2 whole broken straight swords, they're really spoiling me. You guys just stand up real slowly, huh? I just sort of have to do this with these enemies. There's no way that I could take them all on with a dagger. Alright. Now there is one thing that you can do in this area, which is jump across this gap. I am not going to attempt that. It is unfairly difficult. And also there's a set of armor you can get a fair bit later on in the game that gives you a longer jump, so just gonna hold out for that. Nice ambient background. Hey, buddy. How are you doing? What the? That was a very weirdly failed backstab. Oh, there's two of them in there. I remember there only being one. Is that scholar change? I don't actually know. You know what might actually be fun to use in this game? A rapier. I'm basically just using a really short rapier right now. Oh, hey! Oh. Alright, so, this enemy here. Like, there is metadata from this game that was collected, and I believe this enemy here has killed the most players in the entire, like, the entirety of Dark Souls 2. My parry timing is bad. Okay, he's just famously a new player killer. Ow. A good thing I got all these bonus life gems, huh? Alright. I also watched a video on how parry timings actually work. Because it can be sort of confusing if you don't understand it. Alright, come on. I'm really... I don't know how I managed to get that very first parry off. With a weapon that has absolutely terrible parry timing. Oh, wonderful, my dagger's at risk. Good thing I have a second one. Alright. And durability works a bit differently in this game. Can I grab that? Okay. Good. If I had to go around the long way to get that item, I'd be baffled. Alright. Ow! Oh, I wanted to just skip this encounter here. Alright, I think I still can. Alright, I'm just running to the, Because through this door is a bonfire. And a very friendly, helpful shopkeeper. Oh my. Oh, they followed me in here. I was not expecting that. Alright, come on up. This way. I wanted to bottleneck you, but... Ow. Ow. Oh ho! Ricky Hollows, aren't you? Alright, I can probably sit at the bonfire. They're all the way up there. Quickly, quickly. Ooh, that was close. That was uncomfortably dangerous. Alright. I really just wanted my Estus flask back. There we go. I need to get better at that. Is probably the only thing that can keep me alive at this point in the game. Until I get the strength to use a better weapon. Alright, but that over there, if they haven't changed it, is one of the best parrying shields in the game. So I definitely want to try and get it. Alright. I've got Mr. Firebomb to deal with. Come on. Stop being a jerk. Wow. My range on my dagger was actually so bad. Wait, what? Oh! That's definitely new. He was not there before. Alright, and I think there is... No? Yeah, I remember there being a hollow there. Yeah, there's... As far as I know, at this point in the game, basically no way to get to him. Alright, but... The buckler. It's not as good of a shield as the foot soldier shield, but it has much better of a parry window. Wait, what? Oh my goodness, it has stat requirements that are out of my league. Does it still have a good parry animation, though? Yes, it does. So this parry animation is so much better. I bet it probably has less active parry frames, though. Alright. 7 and 13? Okay. Oh. I've got a goal to work towards, I suppose. Alright. I can go down here and get a really good weapon, but also I don't have the stats to use it yet, so... What's even the point, really? Alright. Time for a little bit more parrying practice. Hello. It's fine. Daggers attack quickly. I don't have to parry anything. How boring. Oh, right. You stand up, don't you? Come on. Up and at him. Ow. Alright. Oh, no, another one. Well, fortunately, these guys don't have very good boys. If they're being knocked around by a dagger. Right, you know what? I should probably... I think at this point, I'm probably pretty good to just go back to Majula. Pop a couple of these souls that I've been picking up. And, level up. But also, I can probably unlock the next shortcut if I just go the straightforward and quick route without going into the area off to my right. Because that is very much a side area. I forgot that you are an enemy in this zone. Yeah, this is part of the, changes. I thought I would have enough time to roll out of the way of that explosion. So those are, gunpowder barrels back there, you can tell because of the coloration. Right. And I definitely don't have the damage to kill this guy. Alright, let's back all the way up onto, say, the bridge here? Oh, another one. I love it. Okay. Fortunately, they're slow. But I definitely would not have fancied my chances against one of those guys at full health. Unreasonable, I say. Right. But... Oh, do I have a firebomb? Alright, I think that soldier up there throws firebombs, so I'll probably be fine. Also, that was the guy that was shooting arrows over there. Alright, hello, hollow soldier on the roof. Please throw firebombs. Thank you. No. Hit these barrels, please. Oh, no! Hollow Soldier, you had better not break those barrels. I need them 100%. Ow. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna play this like a Dark Souls game and circle strafe them. Oh, that was surprisingly quiet. I think Dark Souls is just loud. Alright. Oh, time to check my inventory, see if I have anything that deals fire damage. No, I don't. Uh-oh. I have to rely on the fire bombs? Everything's getting kind of quiet, huh? Oh, great. Alright, I don't know where fire bombs are. Oh, and I acknowledged the hydrate, but I just didn't drink. Oh. Thank you for that. Okay. Look at that friend down there. Definitely not the patches of this game, that's for sure. I can't even go up to where that hollow is because of an event that can happen. Yeah. Sort of, pseudo patches in this game. Yeah, I really... Witching urns don't... No, those do magic damage. Right. I'm gonna go down to the side area. There might be fire bombs down there. Actually, pretty odd that the Explorer starts with witching urns and not fire bombs. It's an oddly specific detail. Oh. Let me drop off that root, please. Thank you. Oh, a torch! I could light a torch and swing it point blank into the exploding barrels. Nothing could ever go wrong. Just take out these archers first. Okay, ow. Alright, here we go! Oh, I cannot believe I made that jump successfully. Okay. And pause and admire the scenery. Yeah, that boulder's pretty funny. Oh! Looks like my stream is down. It's down to 0 bits per second, so... I'm just gonna wait for it to go back up. Doesn't look like it's reconnecting at all. I'm just going to assume that it's down. It probably is. Just for a little bit. Oh, looks like it's back. Bitrate is in the green once more. Yeah, there's just sort of... Where is it? Oh, I guess the corpse of the hollow that's here disappeared. Alright. But it's not this guy that knocks the boulder down at us.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just daydreaming, I think. My name is Kale. I'm a traveler, like yourself.
Yeah, there's a hollow that hits the boulder and it rolls down. I have a particular fondness for cartographers. I just think it's interesting. Especially in an undiscovered world. once played a D&D character that was a cartographer. Fun.
Something about a curse. How embarrassing. I seem to have
Yes,
lost my
Kale
focus.
is an example of
But I do know one thing for
someone
certain.
who
I have always been very fond of maps.
is succumbing to the curse in a pretty major way. Because one of the aspects of the curse is every time you die, you lose more and more of your memories, which eventually leads you to losing your humanity or your purpose or something like that, which is what drives you to eventually becoming
I came
completely
to this
hollow.
land some time ago. Drangleic, the Lost Kingdom.
I also turn
It's
around when I
right
talk to
on
NPCs just in case I,
Have you seen
accidentally
the
hit an attack button.
Well, there's a rather spacious mansion.
Ow.
I've made it my temporary home. Well, as something of a squatter, I'm afraid.
Alright, that's lovely. I know you'll give me the key to that house in a second. But this guy has to go. Thank you for the herb. Alright, what were you saying about your house again? That you're gonna give me the key to?
Inside the mansion, I found a strange map, like none I'd ever seen. I believe that it's a map of Drangleic. Now I'm traveling the land to prove it. Yes, that's it. That's why I came to the kingdom. Wait.
No,
No.
that wasn't it.
That
That can't
wasn't
be
it.
it, because he found the map
Then what?
in the kingdom.
I don't seem to recall.
He's an
Are you
interesting
looking
little
for that
fellow.
map? Wonderful. Then you're fascinated by maps, just like me. Shame on you. You should have told me before. Here, take this. A key to the mansion.
Right. And that mansion has a number of useful things in it, if I'm remembering correctly.
Incredible.
Anything
really,
else?
isn't it?
Sorry, I haven't seen it yet, I'm afraid.
Chiseled in stone.
I haven't even left.
Oh, but one thing. I would not venture deep into the mansion. Now, I can't be certain, but I've heard disturbing noises. Something about it feels wrong. Just be careful, please.
Don't you worry, friend. I know what's
I'll be
down
back
there.
in Majula soon. Perhaps we will meet again.
I'm pretty
and
sure that's his
discuss
final
maps
line
at
of
our leisure.
dialogue. So after this, he will go back to Majula in the locked mansion I wandered up to earlier. But as for now, I get to go kill an archer. It's sort of spooky, I suppose. It's got a really dark portion that has a pretty scary monster in it. Very ooky spooky skeleton. Alright. I'm gonna go grab a torch. Because you can only light torches at bonfires or other sources of flame. Can't go down there yet. That is a source of flame that is out of reach to me. Oh, I entirely forgot to talk to this lady as well. I'll do that in a second. There is an area in this game a bit later on that will have spiders, and one of the final bosses is a spider, so, I guess I'll warn you when we get to that point in the game. Really wish I could throw this torch so that I don't have to potentially die. Oh! We got a pretty good angle on that. Alright. There we go. Ow. Yeah, here we are. Shortcut achieved. And I can put away that torch. Torches can only burn for a limited amount of time. Alright. Come on back up here, friend. I'm going to attempt the encounter that just sort of shows up out of nowhere. What I meant to do. No. Come on. Into this room a bit more. I definitely am not going to be able to defeat that encounter with a dagger. Right! This lady.
Buy something. Anything. Oh, come now, help an old woman and buy something.
So this old lady sells one of the most useful items in the game. Which is an infinite number of life gems, eventually. She doesn't sell an infinite number yet. But also, Leningrast's Key, the blacksmith's key, Fragrant Branch of Yore, which is definitely something I'm going to want to invest in a bit later down the line, and a Pharos Lockstone. And those items are all very important to have. Let's see. I could also buy new weapons here, none of which I can use except for the broken sword, which is even worse than the weapon I'm currently using. And the equipment she sells is the stuff I'm already wearing. So again, not particularly useful.
You're a stranger to this land.
Also, she is wreathed in darkness. I've never noticed that before. She must be very human. Yeah. She's also unfathomably old.
Please, come in.
Oh, Blood Lake. Thank you for the follow.
Seemed like the battles would never end.
Because she is talking about an event that happened a very long time ago, and she was involved in it.
Things right with me. You may travel light, but methinks you bear a burden of your own. They say these trees grew from the remains of the giants.
Yeah. I think I mentioned that in the first Dark Souls game, where they're really interested in trees that turn, or living beings that turn into trees. So there's a race of giants in this game world that turn into trees when they die.
It's high time that I pick up a moose.
Okay. So when you get that line of dialogue, after you defeat the boss of this level, then she'll head back to Majula and become a merchant there.
Times these are.
Yeah, sorry, I don't really have anything to spend on. I'd like to improve my stats first, really. You know what? No, I'm gonna... I'm having a difficult time trying to figure out what I need to prioritize. Yeah, the parries in this game are pretty brutal. Dark Souls 2 specifically. Whoops. Alright. I know there's a way to make you fall down, but I've forgotten what it is. And I'm not smart enough to do it. Okay. Don't turn around, Ironclad Soldier. Thank you very much. Whoa, big bird flying overhead. What could that possibly be? I need to stop this guy. Fall, please. No? Okay, well. Looks like I have to deal with both of these enemies. So this is a boss from later in the game. It is only later in this map. But also, he is far too strong for me to reasonably defeat. Especially with that hollow soldier over there just pelting me with explosives. I don't know, I don't think I have the adaptability to really fight this guy. Yeah, look at the pitiful damage that I am doing to him with this weapon. Alright, you know what? If you just leave the area, he leaves too. I just thought it would be fun to experience that happening. But there was no way that I was winning that encounter. Not on my life. I should have enough souls for a couple of levels. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There it is. Bearer, seek last. Yes, different types of tools have different advantages. Oh, you do actually start out with decently high adaptability. Huh. Interesting. But adaptability increases your agility, which you can see on the bottom right, or center bottom. Agility just increases how long you're invincible for when you roll. Right, so... I need 7 strength and 13 dexterity. Well, I'm on my way. Let's see, do I have... I've got a couple of crushables. Let's just use them all. Leveling up in early game is pretty important. Right. Ooh, I'm a couple souls short. It is unfortunate. Well, guess I have to go kill an NPC. Oh, that actually won't be necessary. Let's just go hang out in the mansion for a little bit. There are definitely a couple of important items in here. But yeah, if you never go down into that area and talk to that guy, you can never enter this house. That is the only way to get the key for this house. Oh, and a free Pharaoh's Lockstone. Yeah, you will notice that there's this weird sound. That's just some pigs that are off to the side of this mansion. In fact, you can actually see them through the window here. It's those guys. They are deceptively difficult to fight. Alright, that's the map in that room that he's talking about, but I'm just gonna head upstairs first. Because if I'm remembering correctly, there's some good stuff up here. Yes, Titanite Shard. That's pretty important for the early game. Yes. So I could go and fight those pigs. But also, they're so small that a lot of weapons just don't hit them. Lots of people have been killed by the pigs. For sure. And they did see me just now. So I'm actually worried that they're gonna come running around in here. Yeah, so this is the map of Majula, the country that we're in. And after certain things happen in the game, little fires will pop up on the map. It's very cool to see. But also, spooky enemy down here. It's the skeleton. Alright, so this is actually a very strong enemy. Yeah, see how much damage I did with a parry? See how much damage it's doing to me? It is a very strong skeleton. Oh, one of the only ones like it in this game as well. There is an item down there, but it's nothing I need right now. So I'm just gonna run away from that encounter. Like a little baby. I don't think it can follow me all the way up here. I've been horrified to turn around and see this skeleton ambling after me. Oh, hey. There's an item over here. I think that might be a Titanite shard or something like that. Life gem, okay. Yeah, I guess Titanite shards are a bit too valuable to just be lying around in the starting town. Let's go down a separate path just for fun. I'm probably not going to make too much headway in here. It's a change of scenery. And I like that in a game. Also, there's a chest over here that's got a pretty good shield in it. Possibly better than the one I have right now. Not quite so good as the buckler. The Crimson Parma. Yeah, there it is. Time to check that. Yeah, defend is a bit better. It even weighs less, yeah. So I will put that on. So you'll notice that both of these paths out of the hub world have had doors that open really slowly. Those are both hidden loading screens that allow the game to unload Majula and load the rest of the game world. Pretty interesting. Because Majula as the hub world is pretty detailed. So it takes a bit longer to load into there than everything else. There it is, Hyde's Tower of Flame. You can see it straight from the start. And also, there's a cathedral over there. And also, strong enemies. And this guy. I don't remember what causes these enemies that are just sitting around to wake up and start attacking. But whatever it is, I'm going to avoid doing it at all costs to start with. Also, anyone who misses this bonfire, so unfortunate for them. Because you'd have to walk through that entire long pathway all over again. Alright, I don't think you can actually parry these enemies, so I'm gonna put away my shield. These enemies attack really slowly, so it's easy to dodge them. And their third swing is always, like, super wide. So it gives you plenty of time to recharge your stamina and go in for some back hits. But they do also have pretty high poise, given that they're real big and they have good armor. I feel like fighting them is probably wearing down my dagger something fierce. Alright, but this enemy here, this guy with the mace, completely different. He's so much faster, his swings do so much more damage. Looks like he would be way slower, right? I guess they missed that memo. He's being famous for being, like, unreasonably difficult for an enemy that's straight off the starting area. Also, Hyde's Tower of Flame is very similar to the Catacombs, in which it is an area that you are not supposed to go through in the early game, but you can. Inadvisably. If I'm remembering, this guy used to drop a Sublime Bone Shard, which are the equivalent of Firekeeper Souls in this game. But I don't think he does anymore. Alright. Yeah, no. No Bone Shard out of him. That would be too easy. Alright. So... see, I could probably beat the boss of this area if I tried hard enough. Right, you know what? I'm gonna go for the boss skip. So, you can actually see the boss down there in that little ring. So one of the things, you see that square on the ground behind that stone soldier there? If you pull the lever that comes out of that stone square when you defeat that enemy, it causes a ring to rise up in the boss's arena, because right now he's on a very small platform. It causes a ring to rise up. However, you can just not do any of that, and the boss will be fighting you on a very small arena. And what that means is that that boss can just fall off and die without you hitting it once. So I'm going to try and pull that off. I've done it a number of times before. It's not too difficult. I know the strategy. Hello, hammer enemy. Don't hit me, please. Alright, but the trick is to just stand here and dodge. Oh, no. Okay, I'm gonna have to try a bit harder. Alright, but he's got an attack where he just sort of steps forwards. Alright, come on. Oh, that's the one. That's the one. There he goes. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Fight over. That was getting pretty dangerous. Alright, boss defeated. And that's how you defeat that boss far earlier than you're supposed to be able to. And get 13,000 souls. That's also how you unlock miracles. Hello, Miracle Seller.
My name is Lycia. I have come to spread the art of miracles, a practice of which I am a disciple. I can see that you are
he's just pretty bad at distance management.
Power. But the cost of it, that's for your heart to decide.
Lycia's a fun NPC. She's actually the closest equivalent to... actually, no, wait. She is this game's version of Lautrec. If you remember Lautrec from the first game, the man in the golden armor. She has a very similar quest line to him.
I'd heard awful rumors about this place, and I'm afraid they were all true. The king, gone. The earth, ravaged. The burden on the people weighs heavy. I fear that, by now, they may have scarce room in their hearts for miracles.
Yeah, but her whole thing is sort of just that she's greedy.
Why did I
Not
come?
that she's evil.
Well... do I need any other reason than to spread the gospel of miracles? My preceptor always said this art should be shared with the world. And such is my only wish. Sometimes I fight the urge to pack up and go back home. It is... well... I must do this. And being out here all alone only makes this a more fitting test of my fortitude.
Sort of gimmick is that an NPC will constantly invade you. I believe it's called King Killer, something like that. And that's her. She is the constant invader that will attack you at certain points in the game.
I expected this cathedral to be bustling, but there's
Small
hardly a
spoiler,
soul
I
to be
guess,
found
but
here.
I
With that
generally
goings
don't
on, I'll have
hold
to
back
move
on
soon.
spoilers for Dark Souls games
To a
when I'm
place I
playing
could
them.
gull
Yeah, there it is.
Sorry. Help the gullible by teaching the good word.
Yeah, so she just wants to find gullible people who will buy her miracles for really high, exorbitant prices. Like, you know, $6,000 for a lightning spell. Or 6,000 souls, I guess.
No need for miracles. The gods frown upon such soul scrimpers.
Yeah, and she makes fun of you for saving your money. She's a funny little NPC. Alright. But, time to go back to Majula and level up a bunch. I don't know if there are other ways that you can get those spells. Oh, because of the bloodstains on the ground? Also, the Emerald Herald has a couple of places that she can spawn nearby the central bonfire of this area. My deck's up to 13. Let's bump these both up to 10. There we go. I'm feeling better already. Alright, Crimson Parma. I've not even used you once, I don't think, but it's time to go over to the buckler. It's just got such a better parry. Right. Now that I have done that... Wait a second. Do I have the stats to use the short sword now? I do. Oh, wonderful. Look at me. I have a slightly longer dagger now. Right. That's probably enough to get through most of this area. What is that? Eye of Sauron on the ground? Oh, it's part of the Dragon Covenant. Okay. Sorry, I'm not too interested, friend. Alright, let's see if I can get a good parry. Oh, I need you to attack me first. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Wrong one. Alright. You can do it. Oh, the parry window is just so much better. Now that's rude. Come on. Take another stab at it. Haha, stab at it. Get it? Because you have a spear. Alright, moving on. We can ignore that joke. Quote-unquote joke. Alright. I remember when I very first played this game, this hole in the wall caused me so many deaths.
We have purposely trained him wrong, as a joke.
Right. Yeah, because enemies will pour out of here. There we go. So there's hollows behind a lot of those ballistas that'll fire at you and then walk out. And there are a lot of them. And I don't think they climb ladders either, which makes it really hard to bottleneck them. Yeah, there's a couple more in the hole as well. Alright. This the one? I'm pretty sure there's more than that. This is a bit dangerous. Alright, stop running away. Did that kill him? No, he's still walking around down there. Okay, well. I'll go down there in a bit. I'd like to get these items first. Great soul arrow. Very good pickup if you're a caster. It's a low level, pretty high damage spell. Ow. Rude. Right. Now this is actually one of my favorite doors. It's a door that does not open from this side. However, there's no way to physically get to the other side of that door. What you have to do is hit it, which makes noise, which causes the enemies on the other side to open the door. I think that's hilarious. Ow. I was having trouble seeing there. Right. There's one more of you in... Oh, two more of you in here. It's also extra dark in that room. Oh, I got that riposte off just in time to not get hit. Alright. And even if you mess up the timing on those enemies... Right. If I remember correctly, this chest has a trap in it? Okay, no. Oh, a life ring. Might as well put that on. I don't have anything else really to wear. And the blue sentinel ring. Does this do anything? Slight increased HP, okay. Same thing as the life ring, then. And also, there's this spooky face on the wall. And you just shove a rock in its mouth. And it makes another spooky face appear on this wall. Which you hit, and it goes away. And there's... I believe there's some really good items in these chests. No mimics yet. Chloranthy ring, right. So the Chloranthy ring is something that I will put on and probably never take off. And also a Titanite slab. Just first thing in the game, out of the gate. The highest level experience weapon you can have in this game. Like, upgrade thing. So the Chloranthy ring raises stamina recovery speed. And it puts this annoying green effect around your character. Probably... Oh, right! That's the one with the trap. Oh. I knew there was a trapped chest down here. Oh, and a stretch. Good idea. Oh, yeah. I am playing this on a controller now, so my arms are a lot less spread out. It's causing me to hunch over a bit more. Alright. Yeah. The one chest in this room that I didn't suspect of being trapped was the one that was. Alright, I'm trying to lean back on my chair a bit more now. Alright. Hello. Like I said, he's not quite Patches, but his name begins with the same letter.
Hello there. Traveling all alone in these treacherous times. Well, I hope you have a very good reason. Oh, hogwash. Who am I to judge?
Although the defining characteristic of Patches... Yeah, Patches? Yeah. The defining characteristic of Patches is that he kicks you in a hole And Pate never does
There's
that.
talk of unsavory bandits who prey upon travelers
He's
like
just
yourself.
kind of nefarious.
Oh yes, you be cautious if you go any farther.
And he is
There's treasure
giving you a
in the
legitimate
cell.
warning.
The entrance locks from behind. I saw the same design earlier, and it's the same contraption, I'm sure. I was with this warrior, you see.
This is an important piece of information.
He go inside first.
He was with a warrior who insisted that he go
The
inside
rather brusque
first.
fellow tried to swipe the loot for himself, but it trapped him inside. I still have the gent's ring. I do hope he wasn't harmed.
So we will actually encounter that warrior later.
I'll leave this one to you. I'm worried about what might be inside.
Yeah. He's a character, alright. He has a similar face to Patch's. It's pretty hard to see it. Because of how cameras work. So he said there's a door that'll trap you inside if you go further in. So if you walk into this room, the gate lowers. And you are trapped in a fairly dangerous area. Fortunately, I have a whole bunch of life gems. And a pretty good parrying shield. Yeah. There's a whole parade of enemies that just... So this is one of the reasons that people don't like Dark Souls as much, because enemy placement is much worse. Oh, I sure hope I don't... Oh. Bye, bot. Yeah. First death of the stream. Fine. That bot killed me. Alright, but I suppose this is a good time to see what happens when you die. So, I've turned ugly and my skin's green now. Oh, it was already. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that's how Dark Souls, what, this version of Dark Souls works. And it's pretty hard to notice right now, but my health is slightly lower than it used to be. You can see there's a little chunk on the right-hand side of my health bar that is extending past the little ornate design that's on the very end. And that is the segment of health that I no longer have. Because each time you die, it drops down your health by a slightly smaller increment. And one of the things that I used to do was I would wear rings of sacrifice, or something like that.
Well, I see you managed to escape.
Yeah, and the door's locked behind me.
I hope that brave warrior didn't come a cropper either. Be careful out there.
I think the door
There's talk about
used to
silver
reopen
bandits who prey
when you
upon
came back.
travelers like yourself.
Yeah, that's a funny line of dialogue. There's talk of unsavory bandits who prey on travelers such as yourself. And it's sort of implied that he is one of those.
Help to one another across the fissures between worlds. With luck, somebody will lend you a hand.
Yeah. I don't think there's actually any other way into that room.
I see you. Be careful.
So, moving on. Oh, hey, an item. I think it's just a dusk herb or something like that. Nothing really great. Yeah, green blossom. Alright, I'm going to immediately hook a right here. He doesn't look like he's the most comfortable person in the world. Ow, ow, ow. Only my last swing hadn't hit that wall. Alright. So, that's a giant, or the corpse of a giant that is turning into a tree. And the hollow soldiers are people that are from the war in which they fought the giants, so they're still attacking it out of blind malice. So yeah, you were supposed to come out of that door and just drop back down right in front of Pate. And there are a couple of treasures in there. It's not really worth getting bent out of shape over the fact that I missed them. Alright, so those enemies there will throw fire bombs at you when you're walking through that area. And see all those 3 barrels clustered together? Those are all explosive barrels, which will do a lot of damage to you if English language is apparently not my strong suit. They'll do a lot of damage to you if they go off. Also, what's this? There's just a shadow here, and I can't walk in that area. This is something that they added. It's kind of odd. There's just invisible hollows scattered around the world, and they have smooth and silky stones. And there's no penalty for killing them. You get an item out of it rather than... Oh, okay. Missed my jump. Time to get out of there. I gotta skedaddle. I think they're chasing me, actually. Oh. Can't wait for jumping controls, Elden Ring. I hope they work well. I know I was making fun of how the jump looked earlier, but it's just funny to see a fully armored person go 5 feet into the air with a single jump. I think this is just like a... Oh no! It was actually a weapon that I was considering using. The Mailbreaker. It's just a real short rapier. Oh, they got stuck. That's amusing. Oh, okay. Not stuck enough that they forgot how to attack. Wow. I don't actually remember if rapiers are overpowered in this game. I think they might be. Rapiers just have a tendency to be really strong in Souls games. I remember very infamously in Dark Souls 3, the S-Stock was the unfair weapon of choice. It was just too strong. No! I know I'm out of Estus. I was trying to use a life gem. Oh, that was close. There we go. Can I get them both with a plunging attack? Probably not. They're a bit too spread out. Oh, unless one of them wanders back to where he came from. I don't know why hollows don't want to climb that ladder in particular. Alright. No! Turn around! My goodness. I'm gonna be running out of life gems soon. It's a really tricky situation. Stand up. Die like a real hollow. I believe... Right. Never mind, I believed wrong. Unless I was doing it incorrectly? No. Okay. I have just about reached the, final section of this dungeon, I suppose. Forest of Giants. Oh, how come that didn't kill you? You're a lucky little hollow soldier. Okay, there's too many of them. Let's just run backwards a little bit. No. Wrong one. Oh, okay. Things are starting to get a bit risky. Right. Just about made the full loop. Come on. Got this. Where'd that other hollow go? Is he hiding again? Oh, there's an ironclad over there. Okay. Well, I guess I'll take a drink. I don't think there's anything that could possibly kill me in this area. Alright. Let's see how well I can deal with an ironclad, then. Come on, just take a swing. Alright, 2 hits is about my limit. Or 1, depending on the attack that he's just used. Oh, I hate that waddling walk forwards. Ooh, not quite good timing there. He only has 1 hit left in him. Yeah, they get called the Ninja Turtles a lot, those enemies. Oh, all that for an amber herb. And I guess the ability to walk up this sword slightly more unmolested. Behind and above, yeah, I know there's an ambush here. I forget what type of enemy the ambush is, or even whether or not that item's worth it. I'm gonna save it for another time. Oh, Pat, hello. It's going well. I am making progress. Also, this item down here, large leather shield. If you aren't trying to parry things and you just need a shield with really good defense, that is definitely one of the early go-to shields to use. Alright. And now, I have completed the circuit. I'm back at the fiery place. Which means it's time to go up, sit at the bonfire, and then fight the boss of the area, and hopefully I won't die too terribly badly. I'll probably still die, though. Just take the lift down. Not into the fire area. That would be ridiculous. We're going even deeper underground. Alright, and there is an enemy off to the left here. Alright. If I was fully human, and not a gross hollow mess, I could summon Pate for this boss fight. But I'm gonna try it solo at first. I really like the noise that giants make. So apparently this enemy was actually one of the last bosses created for this game. Yeah, bit of danger. Fortunately, he's slow and kind of easy to fight. You just have to stay sort of like slightly behind him, and I'll do pretty easy to dodge stomps. And I accidentally pulled an extra attack on that. Yeah. Just stay behind him. That's the trick to winning all bosses. Yeah. This boss actually becomes slightly more interesting later on in the game for lore implications. But that's not going to be for hours and hours of gameplay. It's like literal endgame. Oh, he's doing his triple stomp. Whoops. Alright, and once you get him past half health, he rips off his arm to use it like a club. Okay. And I was too greedy there. I keep expecting him to do that triple stomp. Okay. Things are actually getting dangerous now. I'm not a fan of when he has his back to the wall. It limits my options a lot. There we go. Oh. And he dropped the soldier's key. Yeah, so that's a pretty fun boss. I don't know. Fun design. And that does not open this door. You need a key that is hours. Again, hours and hours away from this point in the game. In one of the endgame dungeons. But this soldier's key unlocks a couple of doors that I've been running into in the area. But I should definitely go and rest at the bonfire first. Actually, before I rest, I should talk to Melentia. Hello, Melentia. Alright. Let me just real quickly... Oh, you know what? I can get the fragrant branch. Oh! Right, right. The fragrant branch is, like, just enough to get you this item. Covetous silver serpent ring. +1. I didn't realize it was the +1 version. Alright. Yes, so... from spending a whole bunch of money with her, you get a ring that gives you more money. Silver ring depicting a snake, both the servant and manifestation of the god of greed, Xandro. Greed is traditionally viewed as a vice, but only a fool allows that to ruin a good opportunity. Yeah. In this game, they just added a whole bunch of named gods that aren't important at all. I guess they wanted to distance themselves a bit more from Dark Souls 1. With, like, Gwyn and Guinevere and Gwyneth Paltrow and all of those gods. But, It doesn't really hit that well. But one of the keys that is, or doors that is unlocked by this key is... Come on, stand up. I know you're alive. I've fought you a couple times before. Is that door there? It's not going to lead me to much. In fact, there's a pretty late game enemy in this area. Also, that is a feature that I so dearly wished came back. The ability to roll through doors. Like when you just barely start to open a door. Ring of Restoration. I don't remember that being here. Probably gonna be better than the blue seal. Oh, and I've got a fun red aura on me now. Yeah, I think that restores like 1 HP every 5 seconds. And even at this level, I have a couple hundred, nearing 1,000. Let's just sit here and wait for my HP to tick up 1. Oh, it'll probably happen in the near future. Is that my max HP or my current HP? I can't actually tell. Yeah, Ring of Restoration in every single game is pretty bad. Right. There we go. That is called a Scion Knight. And also, you can get the Grand Lance here. That's pretty nice. The Scion Knight won't attack you unless you walk up real close to him. But I bet I could probably parry him to death if I really tried. Alright, let's go. So that produced the symbol of the king message is, talking about the door that I'm standing in front of. I need something called the symbol of the king to open. Alright, a couple more hits. There we go. So yeah. No real point in killing that knight, since you can't even open the door that he's standing in front of, but... it was fun. I'm getting a little bit more used to parry timing. Everything's coming up Barleone today. But one of the other doors it opens is this one here. I don't remember if this brings me to anywhere specifically special. And you're supposed to bring a torch down here. It's just, like, not quite dark enough for that to be necessary. Hey, skeleton. If I'm remembering correctly, piercing weapons do diddly squat to you. Okay. At least these ones stay dead. There's no necromancers to revive them. Oh, hey, there was one coming up from behind. Tricksy skeletons. Fortunately, they have no poise, and I can just continuously poke them until they die. Oh, I got stuck on the doorframe. That was almost dangerous. Oh, and they dropped an item for me. Oh, an alluring skull. That's actually pretty amusing. Skeletons dropping skulls. As makes, you know, a fair amount of sense. Alright. 2 more of you. Let's go. Can I? Alright, can't parry, and they're pretty high damage, so... I mean, you can parry these enemies, but I don't think I can, personally. Ow. I wish I had a club or something heavy. Oh, let me walk through the door, please. That was dangerous. Oh. Right. You coming around? Oh, no, oh, looked like they were dancing for a second there. Right. It's one down. Another skull? Another skull. Right. But there are, like, sconces down here that you can also light up. Just too much of a hassle, really, to bring a lit torch down. Poke, 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 poke. This sure is an engaging weapon. If I'm remembering correctly, there's some very dangerous enemies in this area. Yeah, there's some big enemies. Hello, Kedra. Hope you're doing well. What's in here? I think I just need to turn... Oh! You know, I'm going to... turn up desktop audio and just turn down the game. Because my sound alerts are too quiet right now. I don't know why. Right. I can bring the volume of desktop up. Is that too much? How's this sounding? Yeah, that looks like it's decent. And you, Kodra. I've been doing well. I fixed my problem when I was... Well, I didn't fix the problem, I sidestepped the problem. But the computer version of Dark Souls 2 is capped at 60 frames per second, which my internet cannot handle streaming a 60 FPS game. So I'm playing it on the PS4, and that's working out a lot better. There's also not quite so many I was about to say not quite so many Dargans in this game. Not quite as many dragons in Dark Souls 2. There is one I could go fight right now, but also I would probably die. Because it is situated in an area where it is difficult to fight. I've already got Ninja Turtles to contend with, so I don't really need that added to the pile of absolutely unfairly difficult enemies at this point in the game. Alright, well, time to... There we go. Oh, your character control's very slippery in this game. Oh, you followed me a ways, huh? Immediate lighting change. That was amusing to see. Okay. I 100% thought I was going to get hit by that attack. That would be nice if I got a piece of his armor. It would probably be too heavy for me to wear, but you can equip their armor. Doesn't look quite as cool on the player, though, unfortunately. It's the anemic version of that enemy. Oh no, my weapon's at risk. Wait a second. Got repair powder. I probably didn't need to use it in this circumstance, but I also didn't want to go back to using daggers again. I don't have very good weapons right now. Oh no! Armor Dennis is an NPC invader. And he's really strong. There he comes. Here he comes. Okay. Just need to grab this item. He has such absurdly strong magic spells for this early in the game. It's a wonder that he's allowed to invade you here. Right. But I lit that bonfire. That's all I really needed. So where did those two Ninja Turtles come out of? I don't think there's really even any benefit to fighting Dennis at all. Alright. If I'm remembering correctly. Also, I can climb that ladder, but there's also two more Ninja Turtles on top of the roof, and I don't think there's any good items up there. So moving on. Also, I wanted to put on that armor that I picked up, but is he still chasing me? Oh my goodness. Are you gonna... Okay, I think he might chase me everywhere I go. Yeah, he's still coming. Are you gonna stop at... Okay. Huh? I think he's reached the limits of where his NPC pathing allows him to go. So... just gonna hope beyond hope that he is stuck over there. Right, but... time to put on slightly better armor. It's just like Dark Souls 1. I'm wearing the leather armor already. Alright, and my roll is still pretty good. That's nice. Alright, hello Ninja Turtle. Also vaguely unclear why there's so many Ninja Turtles in this area. Normally they are, Oh, because I'm being invaded. I can't use the bonfire. Not happy about that. Right, you know what? I'm just gonna go fight the Penetrator. On 0 Estus and 11 life gems. Oh wait, he's not the Penetrator, the Pursuer. Penetrator's from Demon's Souls. Not the wrong boss. I'm just gonna run past all of the enemies in this game. I don't need to fight you. I'm on a suicide mission right now. I think... yeah, he's got a cool cutscene. The Pursuer is one of the cooler enemy designs in this game. He's got a whole bunch of weapons on his back, but he never uses any of them. Just his real big sword. Alright. So I am going to try and use the strategy that absolutely cheeses him. Which is firing ballistas. Okay, nope. I can try it with the other ballista, it's fine. Oh, okay, nope. He caught up to me too quickly. Never mind. Guess I'll just have to fight him fairly. And by fairly, I mean he has such a massively unfair advantage. It is laughable. I'm familiar with him. I know most of his patterns. But also, I'm using an unupgraded Nail Breaker. I don't think I'm going to do much damage. I can go into that fight with more healing items, at least. I definitely wasn't going to use, life gems on that fight that I knew I was going to lose. But this is also, unfortunately, the fastest way to get there, which is still a bit of a ways away. This game generally got a bit better about excessively long boss runs. This is one that still takes a little while. I feel I added a lot more enemies on this pathway to the boss in the Scholar of the Sin edition. Alright, let's try cheesing him one last time. I have no idea what happened there, but I hope it gave me some bonus time. There we go. And that's the boss. Good fight, Pursuer. He also gives you the Ring of Blades, which is... oh! Definitely better than the Ring of Restoration. And also, I heard some soldiers coming up behind me. Hey, soldiers. I do actually like fighting the Pursuer, but definitely not with this weapon. Alright, you two. Oh, okay. I wanted to go down there. That's unfair. Alright, take a swing. Alright, so... this here is probably something that I'm not going to wear. But, if you ever play this yourself, I highly recommend dropping down here and getting literally one of the best sets of armor and weapon in the entire game. The Dranglaic set of equipment. I'm just going to put it on because I think it looks nice so that I can show people. But it's also probably a bit too heavy for me right now. And it looks really nice, too. Oh, it's not even too heavy for me. Like, this equipment is some of the best in the game. 100%. And I guess I'll wear it. I would like to get through this game fairly quickly, so... starting out with overpowered equipment. I mean, I've been cheesing bosses up until this point, so... I don't have too many moral compunctions about it. Oh, that howdy, sort of aesthetic is probably coming entirely from the hat, which is, not Dranglaic. There is no Dranglaic helmet. So you just have to sort of substitute it for whatever you can find. More often than not... also, the Pursuer's bird takes us away. Goodbye, world. What was I saying? Right, so there is a very specific helmet that is very commonly worn with the Dranglaic set. And I guess it does look a little bit like McCree's cape from Overwatch. Have they changed McCree's name yet? I know they said they were going to because of, you know, they didn't want the character's name associated with the former employee who he was named after. Because the former employee was a gross guy. Cole Cassidy? Okay. Dull Ember. Wait, the Ember is here? That's not from the original. Cole Cassidy's a decent name for a replacement. Alright. I believe there's an enemy on the corner. Ah, there he is. Hey, buddy. Do you mind falling? Thanks. Alright, so, real funny thing you can do is push the barrel, and it makes a big explosion and kills all the enemies down there. I don't ever remember it actually hitting me, so that's unfortunate. And you can just climb back up. Alright, so, remember how I just recently cheesed the Pursuer? If I am remembering Scholar of the First Sin correctly, it's Pursuer 2, which I am not going to fight. Bye, Pursuer. Oh yeah, I have too many souls on me to be fighting him. You know what? I have too much souls on me to be fighting anyone. Hello! It's the best NPC in the game. Alright, you can't fit through that door, right? Oh, you certainly can. And fun fact, there's actually no way to get back to the bonfire. Because you made an impossible drop earlier. Or an unreturnable drop. Missed that dodge. Alright, time to go collect my souls again. I really need to get those, because that was a lot. Fortunately, you don't have to go through the dog room again, you can just do that. But you can't return. That's too high. Goes an undead. Or wait, no. What are we? In this game? Each of the undead that you play as in this franchise have names or titles associated with them. I forget what this guy's is. Bearer of the Curse. Yes, that's it. Oh. You know, I sort of assumed that I couldn't parry this enemy. Bearer of the Curse. Seek, seek last. That's what it was. Alright. I'll talk to you in a second. Antiquated key. What's that for? I don't remember.
What is it? I don't know you, and you don't know me.
Yeah, she's the
Things
best
are better
NPC.
that way.
She is sort of the Solaire equivalent in this game.
You are an odd one. Normally, people
As in,
keep a
she's
safe
like
distance
one of the
when they
most
see this
important
mask.
NPCs in the
But
game.
you...
She doesn't have a very
Lucatil.
similar storyline to Solaire.
From the land of
Lucatil.
Mirror to the far east, across the mountains,
Also, she
They
has
say Drang
really
Lake
cool
brims
equipment.
with powerful souls. And so I came to claim my share. But what a strange place. Even the rumors did not prepare me.
So you can technically kill her and then buy her equipment from the hag that I talked to earlier. But also, I'd like to see her quest through to the end.
I've always made a point of avoiding people, while you've made a point of engaging me. I can see that you are mid-journey. If you require assistance, I will help you. I come from Mirror, a land of knights. My sword is always ready. Don't hesitate to call upon me. Whatever happens, I won't be missed.
Lucatiel's cool.
You are an odd one.
Okay.
I can see that you... I come... Don't hesitate.
And her armor is really good. You can also get her armor in Dark Souls 3. Pretty early on, I think. And her weapon, too. It's what I used my first playthrough through Dark Souls 3, is her weapon and armor. Right. There's also a pretty difficult thing a bit later on. I really hope those Royal Knights don't come for me. Right. Good. No, please lock on to that enemy. Mistimed that parry. Oh right, I forgot those were explosive barrels. And he can just trigger them by hitting them. Or, you know, throwing a fireball at them. Okay. I think there's a dog off this corner to the left here. No? No dog? I remember there being a dog here. Right. But the trick right now is I need him to walk towards me without swinging his weapon. It is imperative. So, let's just use the one throwing knife that I happened to pick up somewhere. Come on, this way. Walk towards me. Oh, okay, I almost fell to my death. I'm in a risky position right now. Let's run back this way, why don't we? Come on. Right, take a wide swing. Nope, wide swing. Hit this barrel. Not quite. Oh, don't hit it now. Oh, okay. Come on over. Look at that barrel. Okay. Well, was not expecting those few more steps that he took. Come on. I could try for the parries, but also I am absolutely terrified. Because his machete does a lot of damage. Okay. Now, if I just kick this down, will it? Oh, it missed. Okay. Now there's a couple dogs down here. I know that much. And I need them to not break that barrel. Hey, dogs. Right. Run towards me. That barrel is important. Oh hey, one of the dogs nudged the barrel into place a little bit. Okay. Ran out of stamina a bit early. But... no, I did want to go in here. Right. I just need this barrel directly in front of that. And now... Off goes the hole in the wall. And here's a bonfire that you cannot get to unless you do that exact specific thing. Right, and here we have a blacksmith. Steal all your stuff, sorry, friend. Light night shot. Light night shot. He doesn't hit you when he does those swings. He just looks threatening. But it used to be incredibly difficult to actually get this blacksmith to, exist. Because you needed the dull ember, which used to be so incredibly far away, but I already have it. He also has some very amusing dialogue.
They all be this easy.
And he's very clearly not all there in the head.
We've got a wild one here. Shape up. Shape up, I say. Oh, that's it, yes. That's the way. Dear flame.
There it is.
How brightly you burn, dear flame.
One thing I actually want to point out is he is currently sitting on top of a chest. There are 3 ways to get into that chest. The first one is to kill him, and then you can just open the chest. The second way is to light this sconce. I'll do that anyways, actually. So if you go in here and light this sconce, and then rest at the bonfire, he now moves to be closer to the flame, because he talks about how much he loves flame. So that's the much easier way to get into this chest. To get a copy of his hammer as a weapon. And the final way is to keep talking to him over there until the point... Macduff the blacksmith.
All I want is a little flame.
Is to give him the dull ember.
So, hand that ember to me. Right now, you imbecile.
Give the dull ember? Why yes, I shall.
What a marvelous ember. You've got stones, I pray. Give me stones, and I'll fortify your gear.
Alright, so, this very amusingly renders the blacksmith back at Majula entirely obsolete. Because Macduff can do literally everything Lenegrast can, but more as well, and better. Let's see, do you actually have a rapier? Oh, it's unfortunate. Alright. Are there any weapons in here that any of you would be interested in seeing used? Scythe, winged spear, katana, bastard sword, big axe. Because I don't know what type of weapon I really want to use. I've been using the Mailbreaker because it's a weapon that I've never really used before. And I'd like to switch things up. Move in a direction other than, you know, Ultra Greatsword. So some of these are, you know, interesting choices that I could go in a different direction with. Or I could also just continue using this mail breaker.
Be gone.
I probably will, just for the time being. Because I would like to go back to Majula really quickly. You know what? I'm going to complete the brand new player equipment set. And I'm just going to get the stats necessary to use the Drangleic sword. Which will place me directly in equality territory. So I can go whatever direction I want from there. Dexterity has to be at 20, and strength can be not quite as high, I think. Okay, yeah, I actually already have the necessary stats to use it two-handed like this. But it swings fast, it's really strong, it's basically cheating. Alright, but... Now that I bought that branch of yore from Malentia, I'm going to go a bit out of order. Because this is usually the last or second to last zone that you go to in the early game. Oh! I don't know if Pyromancer's still here, but recognize that sword? It's a fake.
Have you business with me?
I also really like this guy's accent.
By this god-awful statue. Heavens above. Who thought it a good idea to put it there? Oof, I'm in quite the pickle now.
I don't know if the accent's Scottish or whatnot,
See
but
that statue?
very
Gives
much
me
in
the
the
willies.
Gives me the willies.
Stare at it for long enough, it starts to look alive. It just doesn't seem quite right. There are no craftsmen round these parts. Hey, you don't think a real-life person was turned to stone, do you?
Real-life person was turned to stone, do you? Love that accent.
See that statue?
So, the fragrant branch of yore can unpetrify people. Use fragrant branch of yore? Why, yes, I will. And this is also a fairly important NPC that we just unfroze. Wait for her to stand up so that we can talk to her. She is, I believe, as far as I know, very good at coughing. But no, I think she's the only pyromancy teacher in the game.
Thank you.
Yeah, her lungs are probably full of dust and rubble from being, you know, a statue for so long.
Petrified. Hard to speak. Give me
No worries.
a moment, please.
And she actually has a fairly amusing gimmick to her. Which we'll see in a second.
I think. No. I'm fine. Really, I am. My name is Rosabeth. Thank you so much for rescuing me.
Oh, that
You're
traveler.
that traveler.
Yes, I haven't left.
I still haven't thanked you. Well, I'm quite a hand at pyromancy. So perhaps you could consider this my thanks.
Yeah, a prism stone. Thanks. You're so generous.
I was attacked and turned to stone, I think. I owe you my life. If you had not come... Oh, I feel shameful wearing these rags.
Oh, that's kind of nice. Very multicolored.
I hate to burden you further, as you've already saved my life. But just look at me. My clothes are in tatters. Do you have any clothing that you could spare?
So...
I'll take anything. Whatever you don't need.
This is the amusing gimmick from her, is that you give her clothes and she will wear them, but you only get one shot.
Put it on the ground, and I'll change into it later.
And also that's a lie. You give it to her directly. Give equipment. So if you give her equipment to wear, then she will go back to Majula. So one of the common things that people will do with this NPC is to give her a hat and nothing else, or give her the Desert Pyromancer equipment, because it does not cover very much skin. I'm just going to give her the leather armor. I don't really need it at this point, and I think it looks kind of nice. Once equipment is given, it cannot be retrieved. Okay? Okay. Yeah. After I'm done here, she will go back to Majula. She sells pyromancy stuff, which I'm probably not going to use. Let's see. I think I almost accidentally attacked.
His name is Carillion of the Fold, a famed sorcerer in Malphia, our hometown.
Yeah, so that's actually interesting.
I was fascinated by sorcery, and so, well, he's
Her teacher is a sorcerer, but she's a pyromancer.
When he set out for Drang Lake,
those two sets of skills, while seemingly related, have nothing to do with each
quite
other.
early on, I'm afraid.
Because pyromancy is just, like, pure innate power, and sorcery is based on your intelligence.
I'm rather unskilled. My lord probably ditched me.
Yeah, which is probably why, because she is a pyromancer,
Oddly, I'm a fast
and
learner
therefore
when it comes to pyromancy.
doesn't have the necessary qualifications to be a
What
good
we're
sorcerer.
fascinated by, and we're skilled at, are not always the same thing.
That's
Why can't I just
unfortunately
focus on what
true.
I truly enjoy? Oh dear, I shouldn't be so choosy. It's hardly my place. I have my very own team.
Okay, no.
I was when he said, but
You're finished talking.
thank you so much. I'm very happy for this gift.
Talking about the clothes that I
After I
gave her.
change into this, I'm heading for Majula. I'm not sure where I might find the Lord.
So that'll happen once I rest
Perhaps Majula is my best chance.
at a bonfire. She'll go back. I think there might be... Yeah, there's some gross enemies in these. Oh, I'm too heavy. That was a fat roll. I felt my controller rumble. Where did I gain weight from? Oh yeah, I'm at 82 now. What happened? Oh, I put on the Drangleic sword. It's pretty heavy. Right. Well, I guess I'll take the buckler off since I have to use the Drangleic sword two-handed. But I'm still 9 over, so... It's going to put me at a slight disadvantage for a little while until I can get my equip load on. Yeah, as you can see, the sword sort of just melts through enemies. Right. And also, you pull that lever and then run away. that is one of the most annoying traps in the game. And then there's a basilisk, too. Basilisks are actually a lot less dangerous in this game than they were in Dark Souls 1. But they're still a pain. Thanks for nothing, by the way. She helped. Not at all. If I'm remembering correctly. Oh, an Estus Flash Shard. I wasn't remembering what was in there correctly, because that is a good deal. But no. I was going to say, I definitely don't remember this bonfire being here. I'm not going to sit at it because, you know, there's a basilisk right outside the door. Oh, and I still have full Estus flasks, too. Oh, okay. You can make that jump to get up there, but I don't think the items are too terribly worth it. Yeah, I don't remember that bonfire at all. It's pretty unnecessary. There's one, like, just a little ways down this path. There's a couple of enemies in between, but... nothing major. Come on. Wait, can you follow up the strong attack? Okay, I think you have to follow it up with a second strong attack. That is... yeah, you have to wait for your animation to reset to do a light attack out of that. Okay. That is very limiting. I also have a weapon that can do crowd control now. That nail breaker was not good for fighting multiple enemies. That is... I don't know. That is something. Probably a word that I could use. But I'm not smart, and I never claimed to be. Oh, another Ferrous Lockstone. It's nice. I could probably run past this. Oh. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna follow me, really. Alright. Just like I said, new bonfire already. Alright. So, this zone here is a concept that I feel like could have been executed a lot better, because I really like this place. I just enjoy heavy fog. Also, there's invisible enemies here. They're pretty difficult to see in the fog. But it's fine. This area is small. I can just bring them up here. It's slightly less foggy. Spooked me a little. Alright, so, see that red thing in that pile of rocks there? That's a helmet. But not just a helmet.
Leave me be.
It's a human head in a helmet with no body.
Leave me be. What business have you here, traveler?
Also a
call
pretty
me Vengal,
cool NPC.
if I deserve a name in this
Vengal.
sorry state. 'Tis rare to flap these gums. This is pleasant.
Changed his tune real fast.
Long
I don't
ago,
like talking to people.
I was hired
Oh, I
to
like
defend
talking to
the
you.
kingdom. I remember a long, brutal fight, and then somebody killed me. So I thought.
Oh, hey, that guy's using the Claymore.
A game 2.
The weapon that I was using in my last run.
This.
In Dark Souls
I
1.
don't know what explains it, but it's not so bad, really. Now I watch
watch the days go by and gaze at the night sky, thinking of the finer things, far removed from war. I'd grown weary of battle, but did not realize it until now. I know not what brings you on this journey, nor will I deign to ask. You may bear a great burden, don't we all? I prefer to stay my distance. But I want to warn you of something.
My body.
My body.
It used to be somewhere interesting, but now it's somewhere boring.
Endless, raging without me. My body wielding my sword, a sword forged only to kill. My body will show no mercy. If you see the wretched thing, stay far away. I learn new things every day. Things never learned in battle. And, thanks to you, I've recalled the joy of conversation.
The joy of conversation?
If I can help you,
Side series too, the joy of painting.
Do speak up.
Yeah, he gives you the decapitate gesture, which is ironic and amusing at the same time, and he also sells the claymore and the greatsword. The greatsword is Guts' sword from Berserk. There is no other way to describe it. Straight sword with a very long blade, one of few ultra greatswords. No human was intended to wield a sword of this weight or destructiveness. Only a few famed warriors have ever wielded this great blade, for it challenges the very limits of human ability. It is big, and it is strong, and I like it a lot.
I cannot lie. Sometimes I wonder what's become of the kingdom.
And if nobody tells me not to, I
was a
might
hired
use
hand,
it.
yes, but we soldiers stared death in the eye together. And for His Highness, I am afraid. But perhaps it's for the best. We knew not what we fought for.
King's not actually doing too great right now.
I was born in Feroza, a land in the distant east. When I was born, we were already mired in prolonged conflict with our neighbors. Eventually, our kingdom fell, and our people scattered. I've been a sellsword ever since. All I ever knew was war, and I can imagine no other way to live. What a fool I was. I am grateful for these peaceful days. But such contentment lies only in the here and now.
You get something if you talk to him long enough, if I'm
must
remembering
life
correctly.
Be so confounding.
Or if you do a certain thing. Oh, I think this is it.
Ramblings. Here, take these. I've no use for them.
I don't know why he doesn't say take this. He only gives you one thing, his helmet, which he is still wearing.
Go along.
Somehow.
And resume your journey.
Right, so.
Farewell.
If you are a new player, this is the set of equipment you will 100% be wearing. Vengarl's helmet and the Dranglaic armor. And using the Dranglaic shield. I look like a brand new player. This is just the defaultest of, like, default armor sets. That's, you can get so early in the game, and so easily, and it's stronger than almost anything you will get until super late game. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with playing this game cheaply. I'm just gonna make my way out of these woods. If I'm remembering the path correctly. Just have to hug the left wall. Brings you up. There are a couple of treasure chests hidden within those woods. But, I don't think they're really worth it. You get, like, the sun ring and I think another ring. that prevents you from getting backstabbed. But other than that, there's not much to it. Alright. Now to go any further in this area, I definitely want to get the Ring of Whispers. That costs like 5,000 souls or something like that. And that looks like a player character. Little spirit thing. But it's actually an NPC. And the gimmick of these enemies is that you cannot lock onto them. Fun and engaging. There is an item that you can get much later on in one of the DLCs that lets you see invisible enemies. But by the point you reach that, you're already going to have gone through this area and probably never come back. God, I don't think I need to make that jump. I really like the cackling laughter in this area. Also, these pots here that you just sort of see hanging around, they inflict a status debuff on you if you don't destroy them quickly enough, so that's something to look out for. And status goes up fat. Oh, right. Explaining the concept of the invisible enemies not moments earlier. I just entirely forgot about them. Oh, Ferris Oxton. Oh, there's another spooky pot. Right. So this upcoming area in here is what I was talking about as to why I need the Ring of Whispers. It's sold by Sweet Chanquois. Chunk Bloodstone and Boltstone, I think I got out of that. I wasn't paying close enough attention. Yeah. See that guy down there? This game so very much wants you to think that he is an enemy. It even positions it in such a way that you can get an easy plunging attack on him. But he is actually an NPC that you can talk to. But you cannot understand what he says unless you have the Ring of Whispers. Well, I'm out of branches of yore, aren't I? I am. No, I'm not. Okay. But past this guy is a room that's got interesting stuff in it. Also, he's just a straight-up enemy. I'm realizing now that I actually haven't gotten to a point in the game where you could have seen any more of these, but this is just a enemy type. There's a lot more of them in the upcoming area. I just very quickly branched off onto a side path. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. There's Vengarl. His headless body. It's just right here. It used to be after one of the main bosses of the game. And it's pretty strong and difficult to fight. I definitely need to be wearing less heavy armor to fight it. I'm just gonna run away. I know he's following me. But I need good rolls. Oh my goodness, he's following me quite a ways, huh? How far are you gonna chase? All the way? Also, there's a pot on the upper floor of this area and on the bottom floor. So they both affect you at the same time, which causes curse to build up. Irritatingly quickly. Probably the best way to put it. I hear him. He's still following me. Oh wait, no, I heard myself. Never mind. Don't I look a fool? Yeah. I look at the defense difference. It is massive. But also, far too heavy. Is this... Okay. Oh, I'm just underneath 70%, which means that I'm not fat rolling anymore, but it's definitely not a good roll. Alright, Vengarl, take two. Actually, wait a second. No, I don't even think I can parry him. He's too physically large. Although that's what I thought about those great machete enemies from earlier, so... I could just be wrong. I kinda don't want to risk it. Can I get a backstab on you? I can? Oh, okay. Which means I can probably get parries on him, then. It's probably a lot safer to just fish for backstabs against this guy. His attack chains are very long, and they have quite a lot of cooldown time. Hey, friend. No hard feelings, yeah? Just let me backstab you one more time, I swear. Oh, hey. I staggered him. That's nice. Okay. Oh, no! I was not angled correctly for a backstab there. There we go, okay. And I got Vengarl's armor. I think that's roughly as good as the Drangleic set. Oh no, it's better. Oh, the chest is better. But the Drangleic stuff is better as handguards. Not quite so much as leggings. And I'll just put on Vengarl's helm. I'll probably make up the difference in souls in order to level up my carrying capacity. It's fine. Alright, but... just down there, that's where Vengarl's head is. Head ahead. Right. And I'm definitely out of fragrant branches at this point, so... Goodbye, East of Bowden. I'm gonna go back to Majula. And level up. And also... do some other thing. Like buy the Ring of Whispers. In fact, I should probably do that first. Since I'd just like to talk to the NPC. That would be nice. But also, I have... How many hours have I been streaming? Almost 3.5 at this point. Yeah, so... I'm just about at my endurance, durability limit. But we'll see what more I can do. My bones. My achy breaky bones. I just stretched. I can stretch more. And hydrate at the same time. Oh. And I just realized that the Estus flask isn't quite showing up at the right spot. It's not near my mouth anymore. Actually across my chest instead. Oh. Although, with the gear I have now, I might actually be able to fight that skeleton. Yeah, Shalquar actually moves around the room that she's stationed in.
Who are you again? No, I'm not serious. You do have a rather pleasant scent.
I don't know, I seem to be covered in a
Type
green
I'm
stink
quite
cloud.
fond of.
Alright. Let's get that Ring of Whispers. Oh, it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Oh.
Satisfied?
No.
I'll be around if you ever come back.
Pretty unsatisfied, honestly. Right. As far as I know, the Ring of Whispers is literally good for only one thing. And it's not worth 5,000 souls. Especially not at this point in the game. Ah, so there we go. One of the fires has lit up on the map. And eventually that, the other man will come by. I think you have to kill this skeleton before he comes over. Yeah. Drangleic sword's pretty strong. Drops a human effigy, but also in this room is this chest. Actually, you know what? I'm going to come back here with a torch because there's something else to see. And you need light for it. A soul vessel. A soul vessel is useful for... and an Estus flask shard. I forgot about that. Yeah. The soul vessel is used to completely restat your character. So if you've built your character in such a way that prohibits you from using a certain type of weapon, or you just want to be a caster, you can take that soul vessel, bring it back to the old ladies at the start of the game, and completely change your stats from the ground up, and become something completely new. Didn't mean to sit down. That's fine. That probably means that the NPC that I was talking about will come back. I've actually been collecting a fair few torches. So every single torch that you collect in this game increases the total amount of time your torch can be lit by 5 minutes. I currently have 48 minutes of torch time. You can see it directly above the torch. Right, yep. He's stopped by. He only comes when you kill the skeleton. But, I don't know how many people remember the last game, but there is an item that we got from Guinevere called the Lord Vessel, which is what gave us the power to teleport between bonfires, and it also was what we put the Lord's souls in order to open the final door to Gwyn. But these here on the ground are shattered fragments of the Lord Vessel. And it matches up exactly with what the Lord Vessel looks like. But also, if you are able to enter, like, debug mode and no-clip your camera, there is a 100% intact Lord Vessel directly underneath the ground that was used as reference for the fragments on the ground here. So, it is 100% confirmed that that is supposed to be a broken Lord Vessel. Also, I can set that light. And I remember a very popular theory is that that is the explanation for why the souls of the gods from the previous game, from Dark Souls 1, exist in this world. There's like Seath's soul is in this world, and so is Gwyn's soul, and the Witch of Idolus soul is here too. That sort of thing.
Oh, hello again. You've made it. The map I presume. Of course. Take a good look.
Yeah, he doesn't do too much from now on, I don't think.
Flames have appeared. I don't know what causes it.
Yeah. I think his dialogue changes once you've lit every single flame on the map, but up until that point, there's really no reason to go and talk to him anymore. But for now, let's go level up with the Herald. Oh, Kojiro. Alright, feel free to send it my way. That sounds like a pretty good recipe.
Is that a shard you found?
Oh, it is a shard I found. I forgot about that.
Light, however fit.
I also very specifically remember I was going to mention the fact that my recipe redeem was open. I'm trying to remember when I remembered that my redeem was open. Okay. I had more shards than I remembered having. Okay, what do I want to level up? I think putting 2 more points into strength is probably going to help. Vitality is equip load. Right. So in this game they switched it up. Normally just improving your endurance, which increased your stamina, also increased your equip load. But they split it into 2 stats with endurance and vitality. So, just making the game slightly more difficult for everyone. I've got 3 worlds I can go to right now. Actually, wait. Yeah. Instead of... What is it? Instead of progressing, I suppose, I'm going to show something interesting. That is one of the dumbest things... Oh, I lit the one on fire. One of the dumbest things I've ever seen. I don't know who made this executive decision, but it was a bad executive decision. So this is a remastered version of the game. Not too much was changed. They just sort of moved around some enemies and items and stuff like that. Actually, they added these enemies to this area, and they are hilariously broken. Oh no! These Falconeer enemies. Ow. So, it's very amusingly a glitch that they fire 2 arrows, one right after the other. But also, their hips are disconnected from their body, and when one of them runs at me, you'll see it a bit more clearly, where their legs are just swiveled to the side. Right, here, this one. So, like, they just don't run straight. It's hilarious to look at. But they also have some very specific attacks that only trigger under certain circumstances. Which are almost impossible to trigger the circumstances. There's a couple more things. They're just absolutely broken in a hilarious manner. They actually only ever appeared in New Game Plus. In the original version of this game, they weren't here. Oh, you know what? I think they put a mini-boss down here. Okay, no, that is still just in New Game Plus. Okay, good. Instead, there's just this, phantom enemy. Serpentine. That enemy had a crossbow, and I know he knows how to use it. Ow, where's my poise? Okay. I was about to die there. Alright, so. Oh, Dragon Slayer's Crescent Axe, interesting. Alright. So there's this side path over here. Almost impossible to notice. Who notices this side path? But it brings you up to this place, the Shrine of Winter. This door... By the way, this is mandatory. This area that I'm pointing out is 100% mandatory. You have to go through here to finish the game. This door opens up when you have collected either 1 million souls, or you have collected every single one of the 4 Lord souls. This door only opens under those circumstances. There's actually a pretty interesting thing. It opens on its own as soon as you walk up to it, when you collect all 4 of the Lord souls, but you push it open if you collect 1 million souls. Pretty interesting detail. I actually quite like it. But that is mandatory. You have to go through here. But the most annoying thing in the game is that it just leads you to the other side of this pile of rubble. See, there's the shrine up there, and it's just a path down here. How? Just climb over the rubble. You can get to the end game area if you just climb over this rubble. But what I thought they would do in the remastered version, just take the Shrine of Winter from up there and move it down here. That's where it should have been the whole time. Just why? That's the most baffling decision. And it's so out of the way, too. Like, you need to really exhaust every single one of your options once you've collected all the Lord Souls. Maybe, possibly, the Emerald Herald gives you, like, a line of dialogue saying, "Go now to the shaded woods and find the Shrine of Winter in order to progress to the next level of the video game." But I don't remember. I don't clearly remember. But yeah, that's a fun. Let's head back to Majula, so that I stop being unreasonably angry about that bizarre design decision. Oh, I don't know. There's a chance that the Emerald Herald will be sitting on these rocks, and I just really want to show the animation that happens when she is sitting on those rocks. This is also a very bizarre situation. So, last we came here, like, this is one of the most unnoticeable things, but see that light up there? That light was not lit the last time we were here. And you have to very specifically notice that and be like, what's the deal with the light? Because the Miracle Lady is down here now.
Oh, hello there. An honor to see you again. This room is
and you
not
too,
as it
but not
seems.
really.
There are 2, not 1 pathway.
2 pathways? How could you tell? The fact that there is a door there,
lovely
and an
thing
item behind that
reveals
window?
the other path. And this, you lovely thing.
This is one of the
only
funniest
runs on
things.
miracles.
It only runs on
Shall I
miracles.
provide you with one?
It 100% does not only run on miracles. Because you kneel down and look away, and she just presses the button. It requires a key to work, But she's just grifting you.
Go ahead.
It's hilarious. I think she's funny.
To cast miracles, you must have strong faith in the gods. Miracles began
Not
as
actually
tales
true.
told by gods.
You just need to have strong faith in
We
stories.
preserve their will with law.
Miracles are actually one of my favorite aspects of the Dark Souls lore.
You must nourish your faith. Miracles have been passed down through us since the first flame. Isn't it extraordinary to think they've existed since the very origins of the world? And now, you can have this power for yourself. Don't miss
She's
out on the road
literally
to
a con man. Don't miss out on this amazing deal.
Offer your souls to the gods.
And by the gods, I mean give them to me. She's just funny. Blue water. But this unlocks basically the final sort of main area that you can go into. I haven't gone deep into any of them at this point. This little walkway here is... Oh, it's this part here. No, it's not that part. Okay, I already passed the part. But there's a section where the wall just juts out invisibly. And, it can cause you to fall fairly easily. Also, this guy's cool. He teaches you the most powerful abilities in the game, if you're going to be a magic user. He teaches hexes, which can one-shot a lot of bosses. Specific ones.
Leave me alone. I'm interested in one thing, dog. You haven't the gift.
Yeah, I'm not smart enough to talk to him, so... Sorry. Right, and new bonfire. This is the Huntsman's Copse. And I think I'll pick up here tomorrow. Good stream. Many thanks to Mitz for that raid earlier, and I hope she's sleeping soundly. As for everyone else, thank you for sticking around if you've come from her raid. And also thanks to all of my regular viewers for coming by too. Starting next... Oh, there it is. That guy was using the Ultra Greatsword. But starting tomorrow, I will continue playing this game. And will probably select one of the 3 paths I've unlocked to properly go down. I haven't actually raided anyone in a while. Is anyone live right now? Not too many people are usually live when I end my streams. So I just sort of don't bother raiding anyone. Let's see. Who do I know? I know 2 people that are live. And they're both a good deal bigger than me. Both of them know me, though. Are regular in both of their streams. It's just intimidating to raid people that are larger than me. Alright, let's go visit Pascal. I've been trying to get back into watching Pascal streams. It's been oh so long. Let's pay a visit to my dear friend Pascal. If you would be so courteous as to copy whatever raid message is relevant to you, whether you're a subscriber or follower, and we will set off shortly to go visit Pascal. But that's it for me. I'll move on to the end screen and raid shortly after that. But I hope you all enjoy the rest of your days. Au revoir.